Hello everybody, my name is Ash and welcome to a Fallout 4 video. The next gen update has just dropped and I'm going to do what all good YouTubers do. Capitalize on the controversy and see what's what. Apparently it's bad. I haven't played it yet. I'm currently downloading at the moment. So we'll see how it is hands-on, but something that I've been seeing online on Steam is everyone's losing their minds, complaining about it. So before I get into stuff, the main appeal of the Fallout 4 next gen update is basically ultra wide and stability. That was the two main things I wanted from this update. Unfortunately, the normal version of Fallout 4 doesn't come with ultra wide support natively. You have to edit some INI files to get the resolution, then use flawless widescreen, and even then it can be a bit finicky where the HUD looks like crap or looks all glitched. So there is, a lot of hoops to jump through, which is a pain in the ass for people like me who have ultra wide monitors. Secondly, stability issues. Something I noticed from personal experience. I'm speaking from personal experience. So if you guys had a better luck with it than I did, then good for you. But for me, I found that the game runs very terribly on an SSD. For example, if I had the game installed on an SSD and I had the mod that would make it so the load times were as fast as it should be on an SSD, the game would load too fast in the wasteland and it would crash. But then if I moved the game to a hard drive, the game would run perfectly and smooth. So I'm hoping there is some stability issues with that. And another one is crashing in survival mode. Apparently there's a bug where if you get a status effect related to survival mode, like thirst, hunger, illness, or whatever, while it's in VAT, it can it crashes the game. So I'm hoping that's something that was fixed. But Bethesda being Bethesda, it might not be the case. Other than that, I'm not too fussed about graphical updates. The game looks fine, even for a game that came out in 2016. I'm not too bothered. And if people don't like the graphics, there's plenty of mods for it. Me personally, I'm more of a I don't mod games that much. I'm more of a vanilla elitist, if you want to call it that. If anything, I'll mod games for quality of life, saving on survival mode because crashes. Something I will also point out is when I first played this game on PC, it was on a computer I had in 2018, which was a 1070 Ti and an i7 8700 CPU, and the game ran perfectly. And now my current PC, what I've got here, is a 4070 Ti and a 5800X CPU, and for whatever reason, the game runs worse on this newer computer than it does on my older computer, and it's stupid. I hate the fact that modern computers can't play PC games that aren't even a decade old. It feels like, I don't know. It feels like we need to save our old computers so we can just put them to one side. In the same way that console gamers might want to put away their Xbox 360. Well, not anymore. Bad example. Want to put away their PlayStation 2s because they haven't got anything to play them on. It's not backwards compatible. It's weird. We have to consider backwards compatibility with PC games. So this next gen update, hopefully that will fix the issues, because I had issues where the game would run at 90 FPS for whatever reason, because of I don't know, refresh speed of my monitor. It was trying to hit that. So I had to disable VSync in two different INI files, one in my documents in my games folder, and one in the Fallout 4 install folder. And then when I disabled the VSync where the game was trying to run at the native refresh speed of my monitor, the game basically the game was running at 40 FPS instead, which, okay, so it's either going too fast or too slow. And the problem with Bethesda's games is it's It has to run at 60. It can't be any slower. It can't be any quicker. I'm sure. Okay, 30 FPS on older consoles for like some games, fine. I mean, I just finished doing Fallout New Vegas on the PS3, and that was playing at. That was aiming for 30. What I'm hoping is that if we can just get a steady 60 FPS without any problems, that's all. You know. So whilst this update is downloading, see how far we got along with this. Got quite a bit to go. We've got about 49 minutes. I'm not going to record a 50-minute video. I'm just going to talk, do an intro, and then we'll walk around and see what's what. But some of the basic quality of life things is I would like the pop-up menu to actually have more settings. Like, we should be able to disable VSync without any problem, without having to edit files. It's so stupid that it's and you have to edit like 2 different files, and Fallout 76 had the same problem. And you know the weird thing is, Fallout 76 has ultra-wide support, and it looks fine, so what's going on there? Yeah, I'm just looking at the splash menu in the background here with the config, and it's like, you know, this is still the original version of Fallout 4. I'm assuming it's, you know, windowed, borderless, you know, resolutions is blank for whatever reason. Best performance, widescreen, or 16:9 and 16:10. Like, really, 16:10. Who the fuck is using 16:10 monitors? I don't even know what like. I've never seen a 16:10 monitor. It's so bizarre. There's other stuff like the weapon debris stuff, like game completely exploding whenever the weapon debris stuff kicks in. Just like basic setting, like why is there no VSync setting in the options? It makes no sense. Now, I don't know if there's going to be ray tracing in this. I know, like in the console. In fact, let's just go to our go to the patch notes. We'll have a look now. So here we are. We're on the Fallout 4 next gen update thing, and it's patch notes allegedly. Fallout 4 next gen update notes. So a bunch of Creation Club stuff. We don't really care about that. And it's there by default. You can't disable it. So if you don't like this kind of stuff, well, it's tough. But here we go. Meat and potatoes. Changes and new features. Native PS5 and Xbox Series applications includes performance and quality mode options. We're on Steam. Why is this here? Did they just copy and paste it? Did they just like type out one like article and copied and pasted it to every like store? Be it you know. I wonder if this says this on Xbox and play like if I wonder if it mentions the Xbox on the PlayStation, the PlayStation on the Xbox. And I don't know. It's kind of weird. Performance mode. 60 FPS target, 4K resolution, standard settings, relying on dynamic resolution scaling. Yeah, okay, of course it does. Quality mode, 30 FPS, asterisk, 4K resolution, ultra settings, should not require dynamic resolution scaling, connected to 12 Hz monitors, quality mode, target 40 FPS. What the fuck? Targeting 40 FPS. Are you? No. No. What are you doing? When connected to a 1440p display, the title will run at 1440p resolution at 60 FPS with ultra settings regardless of rendering mode. Well, this is a 1440p. See, these settings here, are they only... We're going to find out, but performance mode and quality mode is something that I see on consoles. Like I've played the Demon Souls remake and a few other games like Hogwarts Legacy on the PS5, and that has these settings. This stuff doesn't really apply to PC unless it does. Unless we play whatever, I don't know. Release on Epic Store. Again, we're on Steam. Widescreen and ultra-wide screen support. Okay, well, we've had 16:9. 16:9 has been the norm for over 20 years. So good for you, I guess. An ultra wide screen. I mean, it's I know it's not common to have ultra wide screens, but I think it's not that niche either. Like for crying out loud, Elden Ring doesn't even have native ultra wide support. Like it's ridiculous. We're in 2024. Like just have it ultra wide out of the box. Even like the Resident Evil remakes, to their credit, even though it's pretty bad support, the gameplay is in ultra wide, but they still have like the black borders side of the screen for cutscenes. So, but that's better than nothing. But I don't know. Maybe this is like a mislabeling. Maybe widescreen here means 21:9, and ultra widescreen means 32:9. So I don't know. 9 free Creation Club items. Added install content menu. Isn't that just the same as the DLC menu? Whatever. Bug fixes. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. Resolved issues preventing... Okay, I'm not Japanese or Chinese. Last I checked. Resolved issue preventing save data from properly loading during the prologue. I've never come across that issue. Resolved issue that could prevent Vault Door from opening on new games. I haven't come across that issue either. Resolved issue that could prevent quest Go Home from advancing. I don't even remember what the Go Home quest is. Wait, what? Does it mean close to home? I've never heard of this quest before. This quest doesn't even fucking exist. Fuck. Whatever. Resolved issue that could result in Codsworth being broken on the ground after fast traveling. I haven't seen that before. Resolved issue with MIP maps in DLC. I don't know what MIP maps are. MIP maps are widely used 3D computer games, widely used in 3D computer games, flight simulators, and other 3D imaging software. Texture and filter. Okay, I guess I haven't noticed anything relating to that. Resolved an issue that would result in a soft lock when in dialogue with Preston Garvey. I mean, there's an awkward silence when he asks us just before he asks us to become the general, but not the general, but when he I think there's like a pause or like an awkward pause sometimes, but I've never seen a soft lock. Resolved an issue preventing auto saves while fast traveling in power armor. I not going to cross that, but I don't like using power armor, so fixed an issue where text would occasionally disappear in Creation Club menu. Oh no, not the Creation Club. Japanese stuff. Resolved issue causing camera to fail when leaving furniture. What do you mean fail? I don't know what I mean, I don't know. It's rare that I actually spend time sitting on furniture and waiting for the camera to go into the idle right orbit state. Fixed issue that could misplace quest markers while in VR. Okay, that's not VR. I don't care. Resolved issue with player movement in some underwater areas at thicket excavations. Well, that's like one location that you visit maybe once or twice. I guess maybe it's to do with like using the workbenches that are underwater. I think that was something people could do. I think. Hmm. Resolved an issue that could cause corruption within a settlement system, resulting in wrong resource counts and/or destroyed settlements. I'm not too sure what that means, but hopefully I can get benevolent. I've actually already got benevolent leader, but hopefully people can still get that benevolent leader trophy or achievement just by setting up one person in a in a bar in an isolated settlement and just filling it up with like filling the workshop up with food and water and turrets everywhere. Resolved issue where the level up notification would display even if there was not a level up available. Uh, if I've had that issue, I've not noticed it. Fixed some flickering in Vault at 111. Cool. The place that we don't visit more than once. Maybe we'll visit it twice to get the cryo later, or just to see like what our companions say about our dead wife. Oh, spoiler alert. But yeah, that seems to be pretty low on the totem pole for bugs, especially for a place that you go in once, leave straight after. Stability improvements. Nice and vague. Like I say, hopefully the game can run at 60 FPS without any INI file editing fuckery. You know, survival mode. Having the game crash in survival mode when after and losing an hours of progress. I mean, come on, let's you know. Like I love survival mode. Survival mode in Fallout 4 is the best way to play Fallout 4, but with all the crashes and instability, it's hard to keep motivated when you're playing it. But otherwise, fantastic. If you haven't played Fallout 4 in survival mode, I highly recommend it. PC only. Oh, it's time. It's our turn to shine. Please note, the Fallout Next Gen update is not currently available on GOG. Oh, sorry, Prince, but will be available soon. We will let you know as soon as we can. All right. So if anybody doesn't want this update and is avoiding it like the Black Death, and don't want their mods to be defunct, go over to GOG, I guess. Resolved issue preventing saves with Cyrillic Chinese and Japanese characters. All right, so people who didn't have a traditional keyboard or whatever. I don't know what the WASD language is. I'm dumb. Okay. Creation kit. Remove non-functional hot load button. Edit IDs no longer than 99 characters will no longer crash the editor. Whatever. I don't know what this is. All right, so it's very vague. I'm gonna say that a lot of these bugs I've not come across, and a lot of the bugs that come to mind that I would want fixed aren't listed. And then I know there's a spot near in the city area that like has a weird wall that you can get trapped behind. I wonder how bad it is. Now, I'm gonna be on here. There we go. So I haven't this update dropped when I was at work and I was like looking on the online and checking several Discord servers about this. But from what I've seen, yeah, which is this is heartbreaking if this is true because the ultra wide support is kind of one of the two things I really wanted from this update. So it's a massive shame if yeah, it's a massive shame if it's busted if it's fucked. But by the looks of it, it's a lot of people, a bit of negative, a bit of negativity here. So, yeah, so I've not had hands-on issue. Not had any hands-on issues. Do we still need the Thai texture pack? Fucking hell. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if the high texture pack was bundled into the thing. In fact, that probably might be next gen update. They just force it on you with a patch rather than make you download it as a separate DLC. But I've read a few things here and there, like the stuff not working, stuff still being fucked, like the the debris crashing stuff. It's kind of ridiculous. Anyway, I've got nothing left to say without getting some hands-on experience with it, so we'll wait for the patch to download and we'll have a look at it. Alright, we are back, and I guess it's time to test out this here update. See what it's about. Click the old play, and we're going to see if it's even changed anything on the old screen here. So, options. Oh, well, it actually has my ultra wide there. Actually has my monitor display aspect there. Not many options, mind you. Got windowed, 32:9 native. It's interesting. Reset. Fallout 4 will detect your video hardware and set video options accordingly. Ultra. It's actually doing it. Now, it's weird how we can have windowed borderless and then native. I guess that'll help if we want to like drag the mouse outside the screen, but for the sake of doing things, we're going to do we'll do it full screen mode. But wow, there's only one option for 32:9. That's something. Alright, so the settings are there. So unless they did like a hot fix between the first patch and the second patch, I'm not too sure. But we'll do the windowed borderless. We'll do it full screen. Check the settings here. View distance, ultra. Depth of field. Not a big fan of it, but whatever. Ambient occlusion. Not too sure. Weapon debris. Ooh. Off for best performance. Well, you know what? To make a point of things, let's activate it to see what's what. I'm gonna turn off motion blur because it's horrible setting. Nobody likes motion blur. Okay, let's play. Let's see what we got. And like all great games, it'll open in the background instead of in the foreground. All right, and the main menu is I guess it's a video, so that's why it's got black bars on the side. Free cheers for the wasteland. Free cheers for the Wanderers. In honor of Fallout 4's latest update, we've added new weapons and Commonwealth stuff. All right. Let's see if we've got anything in the settings that's different. New game difficulty. Oh god, it looks stretched. The whole menu is stretched. That's not a good sign. Now the game is running at 120 FPS, which shouldn't be the case. That's already a pretty well. The menu says 120 FPS up there, so that's already a pretty concernable problem, I guess. Well, this character's bugged because it has permanent stats. So let's see if this thing is just as bad. I like how the loading screen isn't full 13:9. You got like the black borders at the side as well. Okay, so I'm actually still invisible because of because I've got like a temporary boost from I think it's like Gulper stuff. That's still in permanent effect, so they haven't fixed the permanent problem. of temporary stats. And oh yeah, I can't open. Oh god. So this character hasn't been fixed with the patch. This everything's still fucked. So if there's any bug fixes you were hoping for, you're not going to get them here. Like, I can't interact with the with this pit boy at all. Okay, so fuck this save. Oh, installed. Wow, look at all this stuff. Alright, fuck this. Let's change character. We'll go to our test character here. Wow, game crashed. That was quick. God. God damn it. Oh no, it didn't crash, it just alt-tabbed by itself. It was weird. No, now it's just... What the hell's going on? It's just minimizing by itself. Oh no, it's not crashed, it's down there at the bottom. See at the bottom of the screen, it's still there, technically. Weird. You can see the game is playing in ultra wide, which I guess it looks good, but the HUD does look a bit questionable. It does. Everything is a bit stretched out on the pop-ups here, so it does look kind of crap. But the Pit Boy seems to work. Like a pistol. FOV is the gun. The size of the gun isn't too bad. FOV. Let's see if it's. Type out FOV 90. Where? Doesn't seem to be fixed. FOV 100. That's weird. But yeah, I guess the biggest problem here is the game runs at 120 FPS, which is the physics of the game isn't supposed to run at. It's supposed to run at 60 and 60 only. So can we get killed by a car? Like, that's my question. Is the car? Will we get killed by cars? That was quick. I'm gonna assume that's to do with the bullet decal stuff. Those are options. Because advanced that. Weapon debris. Yeah, let's just turn that off. I mean, look, the game looks good in this. Like, it's good to have this working out of the box. You know what I mean? Without having any finicky. It looks a lot better than it does. Traditionally when you edit it to ultra wide, through the INI files, but questioning what the hell is going on here. I think this looks fine, honestly. Although the problem is like the game is trying to aim for 60 FPS or 120 FPS, but it's having a problem with it. Oh, that's not. Was it? Alt R? There we are. Get that GPU stuff going. And I will say, it kind of some of these weapons do look kind of weird with ultra wide and high FOV. In fact, that's something to mention. Where's the FOV? I don't see, that wasn't that's not an option in here at all. You'd think that would be a thing to add, you know? Would be a FOV slider. Yeah, I will say the stretched out HUD does look a bit naff. Uh-oh. The pit boy is a bit far away. In fact, this looks farther away than it did on my other screen. Is there a problem with the FOV again? Okay, now it's changed. It's almost like the FOV settings would, I don't know, that's weird. There's some weird stuff happening here. Overdrive. Yeah, there's definitely a frame rate problem here. Let's go to Big Old Tower with Strength Bobblehead. That's usually a place where stuff likes to be poopy. Oh, legendary. Temporarily slows down time. We're at 20% health or less. Yeah, this is usually a bad place to be. I don't know, this is kind of weird, you know? Load times don't seem that much quicker either. At least it's not this one. This one seems to be a bit slower than it should be. I'm gonna follow the railroad, which is kind of stupid, but whatever. The Jaguar is still here. Oh, there he is. Don't know why there's a bear in the middle of a city. Oh, I thought there's a little play area in front of a city. That's kind of weird as well. Everything's weird. Heard beeping outside. That's kind of throwing me off. All right, we're at this place here. There's a little bug that I ended up soft locking myself when I was playing on survival a couple of years ago, but let's see if it's still here. Yep, it's still here. You can't get out. It's like a one-way wall. Obviously in survival mode you can't use console commands. Yeah, you can get trapped behind that wall. Oh, never mind. You can get out. Well, how come you can get out and I can't? That's not fair. That's cheating. I'm too tall. That's the problem. Alright. I'm not looking down. So the frame rate of the game is at 120. Can we cap this using the NVIDIA GeForce stuff? Maybe in a couple of weeks it will actually work. Okay, Fallout New Vegas. Fallout 4. So we've got Fallout 4 here, it's detected. Scroll down to the frame rate, wherever that is. VSync off. And max frame rate. $60. Okay, then we apply that. So let's see what happens when we open up the game. It is still at 120, but you know what? To give it the benefit of the doubt, maybe we need to reboot it. No, well, this screen is in 60 FPS. All right, so okay, it looks like we did manage to cap the frame rate, but the frames are getting a bit lower though. They are dipping below 60. Which, by the way, I'm using again 4070 Ti, 5800X CPU. This game should not be running below 60 FPS. Run! Oh, very easy difficulty, yeah. Practically no threat. Yeah, the frame rate still dips under 60 FPS, and I don't think there's really any excuse for that. Like, this is supposed to be the next gen update, but instead it feels like it just made the game performance a lot crapper. Like, they made it, oh, and all that stuff that we mentioned in the intro, which was longer than the gameplay section, haha. Like, where is the DLSS? DLSS? Where is the frame generation? There's nothing here. There's no settings to be seen. So a lot of this stuff is missing. And it seems like they copied and pasted the same patch notes across all platforms, so yeah, pretty lazy, which is a shame. And honestly, like the VSync stuff, the frame cap stuff, that should be over in the. It's got to update the cloud before we do anything. That should be in the actual like the settings, like the. Like that should be in the options in here, the Fallout 4 options menu here. That's where it should be, like the VSync and the frame cap and stuff. I'll bet, yeah, it should be in the actual game, like in game. I shouldn't have to open up the game. I don't know, it's just it's weird. Okay, I'm gonna set it to high for our stream tomorrow. God rays. Whatever. Just turn them off. I don't get it. I really don't. And what's Fallout 76? Let's just open up Fallout 76. Jesus Christ, don't know what's going to happen with this. Wow, 700 FPS on the logos. That's strange. Guess this has the same issue as the FPS being uncapped. So that's that's a thing. But let me just go through the settings here. Game. Look at all these settings you can choose from. Display. Oh my god, look at all these settings you can choose from. FOV, depth of field, like all these settings that are in the little start menu for Fallout 4. It's all inside here. You know. Which begs the question: why does Fallout 76 have a more like setting like Fallout 76 is doing a better job than Fallout 4? Why, like, what the fuck? Whatever. Deal with this. I'm run out of hard drive space, so I'm gonna wrap up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be streaming Fallout 4 survival mode on Friday nights at 7 p.m. UK time. Fallout Fridays, we're gonna have drinks, we're gonna chill, we're gonna relax. Hopefully you guys can join me, and don't worry, the Fallout New Vegas Unpatched series is still being made. I'm just very slow with editing stuff. But yeah, have a good day, have a good night, have a good forever. I'll see you when I see you. Ciao. Discord and Twitch and all that malarkey down below in the description. Catch you later.